I don't even know if the camera caught that part. Shut off. Where the prophet Jeremiah said he was in derision daily. And he didn't even want to preach in the name of the Lord anymore because all the sorrows that he had to go through. But he said the word was in him as a burning desire. And then he sent up a prayer. He said, let me see my vengeance on them. Who's the them he was talking about? Israelites. Wicked Israelites. Because they didn't believe the Babylonians would take him down. They thought Jeremiah was a clown. A false prophet. You know what I mean? So the real prophets of the Lord is not going to be loved. You're not going to be liked. You're not going to be favored. The world going to be against you. Why? Because Yahawashi said, you are not of the world. I chose you out of the world. Therefore, the world hates you, man. So we always got to keep that in mind. Okay? Have in the back of your mind when a Jade come up, 9 out of 10 times he's not going to get it. All right? Because the path to salvation is a very, 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 very lonely one. And I'm going to read the scriptures. I'm going to read these scriptures, man. Second Ezra 7. Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. It's a classic scripture we always bring out. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me that the nights are for. Went to Ezra's a lot today. And he said unto me, up Ezra's, and hear the voice that come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it may be deep and great. But put the case entrance were narrow and like a river. So he's like the sea, but to get to the sea is a river that's very narrow. Who then go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he were not went through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? That's a question he's asking him. How can you get to the broad if you don't go through the narrow, man? This is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there had been there were a fire on the right, and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could only one man go there at once. If this city were now given unto a man for inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance, man? Verse 10, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So that's what the angel told the prophet Ezra, man. In order for you to experience the good things, you got to first go through the bad. Okay? In order to get to the broad, you have to first go through the narrow. And the scripture says that there was what? There was fire on one side and there was water on the left. Meaning any little thing could trip you up and you could end up falling out. That's why Yahawashi said, straight is the gate. Straight is a position of difficulty. And narrow is the way. And only a few may find it, man. You had a lot of brothers who were called, man. But they got snatched by different spirits. Teaching things they ought not, snatched up by the woman, snatched up by money, snatched up by the cares of this life. A lot of them got snatched up because why? They weren't patient. And patience is something that a lot of people don't have, man. You know, a lot of brothers don't have, man. But how you get it? You got it. It's through experience. Experience is always the best teacher. You got to taste it. Okay, you have to taste those trials, man. It's the only way, man. It's the only way. That's what I have to bring that precept out. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. I feel like that temperature dropped. Second Timothy chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 2. Preach to the camera now. It says, "And the things that I has heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to the faithful men who shall be able to teach others also." So you gotta be faithful in this thing. Okay? And this is a commandment right here. "Thou therefore endure." Endure means to suffer. "Endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." A soldier comes from what? Solitude. Being alone. Okay? So a lot of times in the truth, you are going to be alone. Most of the times you're going to be alone. Okay? You got to bear your own cross. Alright? No other brother could bear it for you, man. You got to bear it, man. Alright, it says, "And if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned except he strive lawfully." So we got to strive lawfully, man. Okay, we all got to strive lawfully, man. There's no other way, man. That's what Scripture says this. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, read that. Philippians 2 and 12. See, I have something else. Read this real quick. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have also obeyed, but not as in my presence only." Okay, so yeah, you know, you can't just be man-pleasing, man. Because your elders or your teachers there, you act like you on point. Nah. Or when you come out on Saturday, but the rest of your life, you acting like a common Negro, man. Nah. You got to be on point. Okay? We all got to examine ourselves daily. It's not just calling Esau the devil, man. It's true. It's more about yourself, man. That's why the scripture's going to answer right now. It says, "Not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." Okay? Read it again. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it's the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Alright? So you got to work out your own salvation, man. Okay, you got to keep the commandments. You got to have faith. Above all, you have to endure. Alright? You got to endure. You got to bear your cross. Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. See, in times past, that Jake walked up. Times past, I'll be like, yo, brother, you know you're an Israelite, this, that, that. You know, if you're interested, you'll ask questions, man. Okay, we have the truth, man. Matthew 10:35. Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. This is what the Yahawashi said. For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law and against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So the Lord is letting you know you're going to be at variance with a lot of people, because you got to be a soldier. You got to endure. That's what I told you. I read John the 7th chapter. His own brothers and sisters didn't believe in him. And he's a Messiah. But they didn't have that gift called faith. You know what I mean? So the path to the kingdom is a lonely one. That's why the angel told Ezra to get into that path. There's fire on one side and there's water on the other side. And it's so narrow that only one man can go in at a time. So mainly you're going to be by yourself in this thing, man. Yeah, you got brothers with you and you got brothers you contact and talk to. But when all hell breaking loose, more than likely no brother's going to be there. You're going to be there. And you're going to be faced with those temptations, especially that microchip. Okay? What? A man's foe shall be there of his own household, man. So the Lord let you know you're going to be alone in this thing, okay? And yeah, you got some of your family members may believe, but they're not as deep as you are. You know what I mean? You're really by yourself in this thing, man. This thing is very, very lonely, man. All right, you got to condition your mind for that. All right? Read on. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross. It don't mean to wear a cross around your neck. You know what I mean? It means your burdens, your trials, your tribulations. That tries your patience and your faith. So the Lord is letting you know you got to suffer, man. This is Yahawashi speaking. This is the real master teacher, the Messiah himself. Read it. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. And he that findeth his life shall lose it. Oh, I want to go to college and be something great in this society. You're a fool, man. Oh, I want to make it in entertainment. You trying to find your life, man. So the Lord said, a man like that, you're going to lose it. You're going to go down with the society. So let's read on. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Brothers had talents, brothers got degrees, but they realized, you know what, compared to the kingdom, that's done. I got to give those stuff up. Right. Because Yahawashi said the best, no man can serve two masters. That's what I did. I gave that to him. You got to give it up. Same here. Brothers got degrees and all, but you got to give those things up.
And you understand that the Lord doesn't go over this.
You know what I'm saying? And if yeah.
And look, man, I gave up all that stuff. I even told mine, I don't want to be your film. I said, your film is not teaching anything that we can learn that's valuable for us. And she looked at me and said, that, but I don't want no money. I don't want nothing to do it. Because you have respect for me. And I said, that's it. But I told them, they said, well, how come you don't understand it? We're doing everything. Everybody is. On television show, on the streets. I said, yeah,
do
man, but I kept seeing there was something wrong with all this, man. Something wrong.
And if you was in that world,
that's right.
Yeah.
You know what I saw? I saw Sidney Poitier in Stockholm, Sweden, right around that same time. This cat walked right by me like I was a telephone pole. I had my hand extended out to say hello. It was only him and I in the corridor of this hotel. Him and I. And I had my hand stuck out to say hello. He walked right by me like I wasn't extended. So I said, black man has sold their souls to the devil. I said, I'm finished with you, but I didn't even want to be as far as Sandbook and Herbie Mead. I said, don't record this, you know, don't do this. But the Silver Lord let me see the rest of the world. I make no strength of the gifts he gave me. And then I dropped it all and said, no. Even when they were summoned to me, Mafia said, you're ready for 6 figures, man. And Homer said, you're ready for 6 figures.
you got to give it up.
But you got to sell your soul. I said, whose soul? I said, whose soul?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up like that, because that's exactly what I went through.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and said, you're not willing? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. To sell your soul, I wasn't ready to do nothing like that.
Nah.
I didn't give a damn. You know, they blackballed me. I couldn't perform any place else.
Yeah. And you know, above all, it was the Most High. So the Most High knew if the Most High chose you, then you would try as hard as you want to make it. You may have the talent, all of us. Something's going to keep happening.
Right.
He's going to prevent you from it because that's not your lot.
I'm so glad.
Yahawashi was a carpenter.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
Right.
But he wasn't put on this earth to be no carpenter.
Right.
He was a spirit. We're all spiritual carpenters because we're building a house. I keep telling every week the house of David, man, the real house of David. That's why Scripture says, read on. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. And he that findeth his life shall lose it. So all of our people that have made it in this society, they found their life. They found their lot. The Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? They found their life. You had your consolation. They're not going to make it. On this side, they're not going to make it, man. And even on the other side, when they come back, yeah, they're going to have treasures and all that. But compared to the elect, it's not going to be the same. Okay, because you made it on this side. I mean, so you give it up now to gain even more later.
They chose to sell their soul.
Yep.
That's what it is. Just like what happened to Cain killing Abel? What happened to Jacob and Esau? When the sense of that really sent the world in motion. Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
Esau sold his soul, man. That was the end of it.
Yep.
That's it.
He gave up his birthright. Esau sold his soul too.
Exactly.
And he knew he messed up, man. But it was all spiritual anyway because it was meant for Jacob to get the blessing. So let me move on. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. This goes out for our people too. I wanted to read another precept. If I could find it. This is what the scripture said concerning our people, man. But Jake want to be cool with everybody, man. This scripture says Jeremiah 2:33. All right, so the path to salvation is lonely, very lonely. All right, Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou way to seek love? That's what the Most High is asking you that question, man. Why trim your way to be accepted? We ain't trimming our lamps to be accepted by the world, man. Okay, and the scripture says if you're a friend of the world, guess what? You had enmity with the Most High, man. Okay, that's why the scripture says, read it again. Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou way to seek a love? Therefore thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways, man. Okay, because we're the salt of the earth. So whatever Jake do, people follow. Okay. It's mainly you Negroes that and Hispanics making that homosexuality popular or cool because you're doing it, and y'all gonna be destroyed, man. That's a part of you trimming your way to seek love. You want to be down with this world. You want to be accepted by this devil. All right. So the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. A couple of precepts and you close it out. Mark 3:31.
That's what I'm saying. Second Ezra 7:57.
Let me read that now. Second Ezra 7:57. Look at scripture. We all spoke. Second Ezra 7:57. Then answered me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, man. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say, man. So I'm saying, so you got to overcome, man. You have to overcome. All right? Mark chapter 3, verse 31. Part of the suffering is coming out here, man. Well, this weather's unusually warm. Like next week it's supposed to warm back up, which is crazy. Which is also another sign of the times. But in the cold months, man, you gotta come out here in the cold, man. And that's a part of you bearing your cross. All right. Mark chapter 3, verse 31. Especially, you know what? It's not the Most High is showing what He's about to do, man. So. Really and truly, that should give you more motivation to remain on point. No, not this scripture. What's the precept? To find his precept, man, but basically at the end of the day, man, we all got to endure, man. All right, this thing is all about endurance. It's a very, very long race. Okay, it's not a 100-meter sprint. You had guys who sprinted out and they got tired. They blew out in front of the pack. All right, and guess what? They got tired and they fell out. You got to pace yourself. Like the Apostle Paul said, you got to be what? Temperate in all things, man. You got to be balanced. Some dudes, they got that fire, but then they start losing it. Now you're supposed to steadily grow and keep growing. That's why the scriptures is what? Living waters is always moving. And you're supposed to always grow, man. And you're supposed to always endure. Okay, the Messiah had to endure. Did he want to go through that ladder? No, he didn't. But he manned up. That's why the angel told the prophet Ezra, stand up manfully. That's why the Most High told Job, gird up thy loins like a man and answer me when I speak to you. Because that's who the Most High is dealing with. Men. Okay? Not men according to this world. The man that he wants you to be. One that's going to stand up, man. And deal whatever he throw at you. Okay? That's what the scripture says. Matter of fact.
Yeah, there's 2 5:55. 2 5:55. Get that. Bless us statue, men bless us statue.
Oh yeah, I read that on train today.
You did? Yeah. That's
Yeah, he said it's not he wanted to know the prophecies, and he said there's no swiftness of the first and there's no slackness of the last.
right.
He said tell a woman to have 10 children at once. And then he started giving him quizzes. Make it bring back the following season, or you read it, 2nd Ezra 5, what? Pass over the strength of the youth, that one? Or the less stature?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People today are not strong and sturdy like the people in the past.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The hell, people not even physically or spiritually strong
That's right, man.
as the people back then, man. I mean, that's why men back then could go on 40-day fasts.
That's right.
I mean, spiritually and mentally, they were on a higher level.
That's right.
You had to be. I mean, but we done degraded so much.
Because I'm all up myself doing 7-day fast here an extra winter, and I wasn't even hungry at that. I didn't want it. But I stopped because Solomon said 3 separate 7-day fasts. I did. At the end of July, August, and September. 7-day fast last weekend.
Because
all night you feel a whole lot of stuff.
yeah, because it strengthens you, man.
So, really strengthens. I told my wife, I said, every year from now until the Lord comes, I'll be doing that 7-day fast. That's all I
Yeah.
said.
Fasting is great, man.
It is.
Whatever problems you're going through, you want to get deeper revelations. Fast. You got to afflict your soul and spirit. I did a lesson on that a while back during the Day of Atonement.
Right.
Okay? The last high holy day is Hanukkah. It's the last one. Now, this is what the Lord said. You may close it out on this. John chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. And how do we have peace in Yahawashi? Through the book. That's why the Bible is called what? The Comforter. So I'm going to read that again. So if you're going through any ailments or struggles or battling demons, you can't do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do it on your own, man. You can't battle Satan by yourself. Like the brother just said, we not mentally or spiritually strong like that. Okay? You need what? You need a mediator. Okay? That's going to fight on your behalf, man. The Yahawashi, man. And when you forsake Yahawashi, man, you're vulnerable to any spirit out here. That hedge of protection is no longer there. So I'm going to read this. John 16:33, and we're going to close it out on this little will. He said, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. So how do we have peace? Through the Comforter, through the scriptures. The spirit of Yahawashi is in the Bible, the entire book. And all the prophets ate the entire book, the entire roll. But we also must do the same. In the world ye shall have tribulation. Lord said, in the world you're gonna suffer, man. He's telling that to his disciples, and that goes for today. That's why I pull these scriptures out, man. He said, listen, in the world you're going to suffer, man. People going to come up against you. You know, unusual things going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? But we read at the end of the day, that's to purge you and to refine you and to make you a better servant of Yahawah Shem Yahushua, man. So it says, in the world he shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So the Lord said, listen, man, don't worry about it. I had to go through those things too.
Right.
I'm no different. Even though I'm the son of the Most High, and I sit on his right hand, when I came down here, I had to suffer. And none of us is going through what the Messiah went through, man. You see what I'm saying? But he had to suffer, and so do we. I mean, so, with that, we'll close it out. Say, giving all praises to Yahawah Shem Yahushua. You know, for allowing brothers to come out here week in and week out, man. You know, also, do a double honors to the elders of GMS, and also double honors to the Akia, man. And the Most High give all of us the strength to endure, no matter what. Okay, that he never, like King David said, he never, ever, ever takes that Holy Spirit from you. Okay, that he'll continue to increase you and to give you the what? That he continue to give us the gift of faith, man. So that's the key to this entire thing. Faith and patience, all right, which go hand in hand. All right, and also gave us speedy destruction to America, Esau, and 2/3 Negroes that came up here like that idiot earlier, man. And many other jakes that kept walking by. Death unto you, man. And the Most High is going to curse you, man. Okay, you rejected your only hope of salvation. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.